Hi and welcome to Java Eclipse point of sales system. Let me show you guys how this works. Okay, right here we have the table there, and that is where the receipt is, and over here we have just the numbers, number where you can select whatever the customer has deposited, whatever amount deposited. So let's assume I go in here and just reset the old lot, or first of all let's see and make sure the remove item works. There we go, remove item, and let's see that. Check out these and remove. You see that? So the whatever amount deposited is actually taken away from the item that is removed from the list, and we can reset the whole lot. And let's select new customers details there, or new customer purchase, and there we go, that is it right there. And supposing this customer wants to pay by cash, and we just need to select maybe about 60, let's say 60 pounds plus there. And how much do we have left? We have 3 pounds left. Okay, and one other thing that we can do is we can print out this whole system. Just click on print, and there we go. So I'm going to print it out as a PDF. I click on print, and that is it then. And I'm going to save it straight onto my desktop here. So let's click on save there. I should be able to open that anytime from now, and it's coming up. There we go, look at that. And that is the receipt generated by the system right there. You can compare the receipt to the item selected here. And okay, let's exit out and start work with a new tutorial entirely. So I'm going to exit out, so click on exit there, and right there let's go to file, new project, and I'm just going to select Java, and I'll just give that a name. Let's just say Java Eclipse POS there, and I'm going to click on finish. There we go. So let's go straight into this package explorer and look for Java. That's it right there, Java Eclipse POS. So I'm going to right click on it and let's select new, and let's go scroll right down. We then select order, and in there what you guys need is window builder. If you don't have a window builder, I actually have a tutorial on how to reinstall your window builder. Okay, that's fine. Let's select, you make sure you go into the swing. Okay, this is how it's going to look like. Window builder, drop it down, go into swing designer, this very one, and let's select application window and click on next. Yeah, I'm just going to give that a name. I'm going to call it exactly the same name, Java Eclipse POS, and let's click on finish. There we go. Now our application is ready. If you click in here, you should be able to see the form. That's the form right there. I'm going to right click on that form and let's select set layout as absolute layer. Okay, now let's go straight into the code so that we can enhance the form. So I'm going to go straight into the code right there. This is the code showing us the coordinate of the form. So I'm going to delete that and delete that as well, make the coordinates 0 by 0, and this is the size of my form or my frame. I'm going to make it 1450, while the height I'm going to make that 800. Okay, now go back to my design. Right in there you should be able to see that. Look at that. Okay, now we now want to go straight into the palette here. Inside the palette, that's where you get all the tools that is required. I'm going to collapse that for now. let's come right here. The first one I need is this very one. You see the panel, click on JPanel, just draw it there. That is my JPanel in there. If you want, you can go straight into the structure there, goes right into the border here, and let's change the appearance of that JPanel. I'm going to drop this down. Let's select bevel and make sure it's lowered. That is it, lowered. That's fine. There we go, and you should be able to see it lowered now. There we go, it's lowered. Right click on it and let's change it to set layout as absolute layout. There. And at the same time, I'm just going to right click on it and copy it. Copy and paste it right here. And paste another one right underneath here. Paste. There. Okay, let's paste this one right here, and I'm going to make the size of that about let's just drag it that much and maybe just change that to about that, and yeah, something like that. Just drag it all the way right here. There we go. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for this very one here. Move it right here, just drag it here. Okay, that's not too bad. There. Okay, that's fine. Now the next thing I want to do now is to add a table here somewhere. So let's look for the table. Let's see, the table should be here somewhere. Table, there we go, that's the table there. Just drag it, draw it here, right here. There, that's the table. I'm going to right click on that table and let's select where is it? Okay, I think it's surround width. I'm going to select, I think that is it, scroll panel. Yeah, that is it. I'm right inside it. The table will be there. Okay, and there I'm now going to go to the model of the table here. Make sure the table is selected, and I'm going to add columns. The columns will be 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so let's change the names of the columns. Let's add a column there so that I know what I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to add item in there, or let's say items. Item or items, whatever. And here I'm going to change that to quantity. And while here I'll just change that to amount. Right. I think that is fine. Okay, the quantity, that's for the quantity. We can let's just reduce the quantity about maybe 60, because we only need 1 in there. And these we can, yeah, we can increase this a little bit more, make that about maybe 120. Okay, that's fine, that's much better. And this one, okay, that's fine. Click on OK. Right, that is fine. Okay, now underneath here I'm going to add a text box in here, and the text box will just be, I'm going to change the text data I need to barcode. So come in here, change that to barcode, make sure it's selected, come right here where we have text, the font, click on the font, and I've already installed barcode on my system. Just click on that and select C, that is the barcode in there, and let's make that about maybe 30 something readable. Okay, 36, yeah, that's it right there. I think that's good enough for me, and that is it. Okay, now in here we're going to add buttons. Where's buttons? There we go, add a button here. But first thing first, before I add a button, let's delete that button. I'm going to change all of these to right click and let's select set layer, absolute layer, this one as well. Repeat the same thing, make sure it is absolute layer, and this one underneath here is absolute layer as well, absolute layer. Okay, now we can start adding the buttons. Go back in there. Now we need buttons. Where is it now? Here. I will need about 3 of those. Change the font style to maybe 48. That might be too much, but that's all right. Okay, and that will be the text content, and that will be, let's change that to 7. Can I see the 7? Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna copy it. Right click on it, copy, and let's paste. Paste, so there, and paste another one. Come on, paste that. Paste, and another one here. So select the 3 buttons, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now I need another 6 more, so let's select the 6 buttons. Yeah, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. There we go. That is it. All my buttons are in place now. All I just need to do is to change the data in there. So this one will be 8, 9, and this is going to be 4, 5 here, 6, we have 1, we have 2, 3, and here we have 0. Here is going to be decimal place, and here will be clear, and this is there, decimal point right there. Okay, I'll do that again. What's going on? Alright, that is fine. Okay, that's all taken care of. I now need some buttons here. I'm going to make that maybe about 5 by 5. I really don't need anything here, so let's copy that, everyone. Right click, paste there, and let's increase the size of this button. Something about that. Yeah, get rid of the text contents, and now copy that very button. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. We have 2 here. And let's see, do we have enough room here? Okay, move this up a little bit and paste another one there. Control there. Alright, up a bit. Okay, select 1, 2, 3. Ctrl C and paste. Paste. We have 1 here and another one here. Right, now I'm going to need 1 more here, which means I need enough room. Yeah, we may have to reduce this a little bit. Just drag this that much. Yeah, okay, seems to have enough room now. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, paste. Okay, now all the buttons are in place, and right underneath here we need, I'm going to need another panel. Let's come in here, P for panel. There we go. That's it. Paste that here. And go to the properties of that very panel, and I'm going to change the border to bevel. Bevel lowered. That's fine. And there is lowered. Right click on it and select set layout, absolute layout. That's fine, taken care of. Bring it down a little bit. Right, and just copy it across. Ctrl C, copy, paste. 1 more. Ctrl V, paste there. So I have all my, yeah, that is fine. Bring this down here a little bit more. Just move this, yeah, and move this as well. Okay, now let's add label here. So I'm going to, let's look for a label. There we go. There's a label here. And I'm also going to add a text box here. See, both the label and the text box, I'm going to increase the font size. Let's come in and make that maybe about 24. Yeah, 24 bold, and that is it. So this text box, drag it that much. And now change this text box to, I want to change that to tags right there. Okay, let's copy both. Control C, copy, paste, and that will be for subtotal, and paste again. That is for, yep, that is for total here. Yeah, and this is going to be for subtotal. Right, and this will be known as, let's change the variable name of that to txt or maybe jtxt. jtxt there, subtotal. This one is going to be jtxt total. jtxt total. Right, and this one is going to be jtxt tags. jtxt tags there. Okay, now let's come in here. We need, I might as well just copy 1 2 1 2, Control C, and paste that in here. Paste. Let's do that again. I think I haven't copied it right. Copy both, and paste that right in here. Paste. Right, and this is going to be known as display change. So let's call that, no, here, display cache. This is change. Underneath here, that'll be change. And I am going to change this one here. Let's come in here, copy that, and paste it up here. That would be payment method. Or let's just call it pay method, so that I have enough room. Pay method. Right, and let's get this one right. Change that to lowercase. Okay, now I'm going to add a combo box here. Let's look for one combo box. There we go. Paste that right here, and I will change the size of that to 24. Combo box 24. Okay, bold, that's fine. Now let's go to the model of the combo box right here. Click on it, and I'm going to press enter space there. The first one is going to be cash, Visa card. Then here it's going to be MasterCard. There, and click on OK. Remember, I came straight to the model here. Okay, so all of that should appear in here. So drag this, and let's position it properly. Drag it that much, and these two as well. Just drag them down much so that we have enough room for them. Okay, increase the size of that. Alright, that is it. So here I'm going to add some buttons here. Come back in here, buttons, B for buttons here. We have a button here. Alright, so we have one, and I'm going to copy this. Copy, paste, and paste again. Right, and let's paste two buttons here, 1 and 2. 1, increase it that much, and copy this very one and paste it here. I'm going to select the 5 buttons and just move it up a little bit. Okay, all done. So let's run this program and see how that looks like. Save it first and run. There we go. That's how the design is looking now. Okay, so let's change the details here around. Stop that. Select the 5 buttons and change the font size on them to something readable as well. I'm going to make that bold, and that will be 24 as well. Okay, now come down here, select this very one. I'm going to call that pay. Come right down here, just change that to pay, and the variable name is going to be JBT and pay. Variable name, JBT and pay. This is going to be print. JBT and print. Test content will be print. There. And here I'm going to change that to, we have that print, and that's going to be reset. JBT and reset. Come on, change the variable name to JBT and reset. This will be exit. JBT and exit, and the text content to be exit. There. Finally, this will be remove item. Okay, and the text content of the variable name, I'm going to change that to JBT and remove. That is it, all taken care of. Alright, let's run it and start work with some coding. Run. Right there, that is how it's looking now, guys. So I'm going to start work with some coding now. So log off. Okay, let's start with these very numbers here. So, and let's take care of those. First of all, let's just correct these few errors here. That should have been 9. And there's another one here that is, oh, this is 1. What was I looking at? And this one is 5. There. Yeah, that's it. 3. Okay, so let's double click on the very first button here, 7. I'm going to write in here. Oh, it doesn't have a name neither, so let's go back in there. I actually prefer to give them a name. So this is going to become BTN, let's say JBTN 7, and the rest is just going to be JBTN 8 and so on. JBTN 8 here. JBTN 9 9 4, and I'm just going to speed up the naming. Okay, they all have a name now, so let's start with number 7 here. So maybe double click on that, and right here inside the procedural area of number 7, first of all, I'm going to declare a string variable there. I'm going to call that enter number, and enter number equals jtxt display dot get text. So let's see, I don't think I have named my txt. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's come in here, grab that. Okay, let's see which one. That should have been this display. Oh, this is meant to be display. Okay, my bad. Paste that in there. I might as well name this as well. So this one is going to be jtxt, that is change. And this one right here, I'm just going to call that jcbo payment. Okay, I believe I've named all of these other ones here. Okay then, let's go back to number 7. Double click on number 7 again. Now, see, the error is gone. So right in there, I'm now going to use an if statement. If, enter a bracket in there, and if enter number equals nothing, so I am comparing the value inside enter number, then enter, and enter curly braces there, my jtxt display. I would like it to set the following value. Set text, and what text am I setting? It's going to be the text right on top of that button there. So that I'm going to grab this button, JBTN button 7 dot get text. See, now you guys understand why I want to name them, so that I know which components I'm actually referring to. So right, come down here and just say else if, enter curly braces again, enter number equals all of these. So I might as well just grab everything in here, grab that, paste it right in here. There, enter number equals get whatever I have inside the txt, and then say plus whatever I have on my text box, sorry, on my button. Yeah, that's my button right there, and then enter semicolon. And right below it, I'm now going to enter my display here. That is going to be enter number. So grab that and come right down here, press enter, and this is going to be sets enter number S, and what I'm setting is going to be the value inside enter number, and that should take care of my very first button. So I'm going to copy that. However, let's just save and try out number 7 and click on 7. You see that 7 7 7 all the way. Okay, let's take care of button 8. Double click on button 8, come right down here, paste what I've just copied, change the button to 8, and this will be 8 as well. Good. Let's go to 9. Double click on 9, paste, and change the text content, the name to 9, I mean 9, and a 9 here as well. Let's align this properly. Now the next one is going to be 4. Come down here, paste that in there, and change that to 4. The text is, the button name is 4, and we have 5. Paste. That's 5 there. 6. We have 6 here. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. So I may have to just speed that up. This is 6. Change that to 6. 6 and 6 here. So let's speed that up. And yeah, that is it all done, apart from the 0 and these other 2 here. I'm going to double click on the 0. Is the same, exactly the same lines of code. So come down here and there. So let's change the value of that 0 to the text on the button. That is 0 as well, and this one will be 0. That is it. That takes care of that. Now let's take care of this clear. Double click on clear. So what I want the clear to do is to actually get rid of whatever I have in there. So I'm going to say jtxt display dot set text, and I think that's going to be no. There. Now let's repeat the same thing for change. jtxt change. Repeat exactly the same thing for change. Right there. Okay, that takes care of that. Now let's take care of decimal place, and there. So bring that down here and right in there. Press enter. Okay, now let's use an if statement to find out what is in there. If not jtxt display dot, that will be dot get text. Grab that. Okay, and dot if it contains the following there. If it contains decimal place, and I want jtxt, grab all of these, paste that in there. jtxt.set text equals jtxt dot grab whatever is in there plus whatever we have inside or on the display of the button itself. Okay, we say dot get text, the text content that is on the button, and then that with that I'm talking about the decimal place on the button. So that's what I've just done in here, and that takes care of the decimal point. Okay, and let's run it and see how that's going to look like. Save that, run. There we go. 9/8. Let's enter decimal, and there, let's try another decimal. That is fine, working as expected. Okay, clear. That is good. Let's enter some value in here as well, and clear. So that is working as expected. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly. Bye for now.